Vladimir Putin has arrived in Vietnam. It comes after his state visit to North Korea, where he and Kim Jong Un took significant action to deepen their country's partnership. The leaders signed an agreement pledging mutual aid in the event of, quote, aggression against either of their countries. Both Putin and Kim are describing the pact as a major upgrade of relations between Russia and North Korea. Let's bring in CBS News foreign correspondent Imitiaz Tyab. Imitiaz, thanks for being here. What else can you tell us about this deal?
Hey, Robert. Well, look, neither leader really revealed what was actually in what President Putin called a, quote, breakthrough new agreement with Kim. And he says, although it provides with a number of other things, quote, mutual assistance in the event of, again, what he called aggression faced by one or the other, neither leader of two of the world's most heavily sanctioned nations revealed the exact terms of the agreement, which appears, at the very least, to include a mutual defense pact. They didn't class what aggression meant or what sort of military response that might trigger. But we have to take a few steps back and look at this pact between these two nations, which really started first emerging around 18 months ago when Putin, desperate for artillery for his grinding war in Ukraine, turned to Kim for help. Now, Western intelligence officials are warning that what started as a trickle is now a flood, with Moscow expected to receive around 5 million rounds of ammunition and a vast array of North Korean-made ballistic missiles, while Pyongyang will get food, military aid, and missile technology. Robert.
How might North Korea and Russia's partnership affect the ongoing war in Ukraine? What does it mean to have Putin there meeting with this particular leader?
Yeah, it's fascinating when you really think about it. But what I'm going to do is take you back by a week. And this is when South Korea's defense minister, Shin Won-sik, said that his country detected up to 10,000 shipping containers traveling from North Korea to Russia, which could contain those 5 million artillery shells. Now, again, this was before today's summit. And so Vladimir Putin is no doubt asking for far, far more from Kim. And if confirmed, these deliveries would be a massive boon to Russia in its war of attrition on Ukraine, where both sides, Ukrainian and Russia, have complained of chronic shell famine, which has basically been hampering their ability to strike each other with artillery. Now, in January, the U.S. accused Moscow of using short-range ballistic missiles supplied by North Korea to hit targets in Ukraine. The missiles fired by Russia have a range of about 550 miles, according to U.S. National Security spokesperson John Kirby. Now, Ukrainians later corroborated those claims of North Korean rockets being used against them, saying they've examined the remains of over 20 North Korean missiles fired on their territory. All of which is to say that whatever's been agreed between Kim and Putin is potentially very dangerous for Ukraine.
And finally, Imtiaz, how is the Biden administration going to respond to all of this?
Well, we've heard today from, again, from our U.S. National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby, who said that the White House is very concerned about what he's called a deepening cooperation between Russia and North Korea, and that the U.S. would keep supporting Ukraine and other allies in the Indo-Pacific. But anything to do with Russia and North Korea is, of course, concerning for the administration, especially as we're seeing these ties get closer and closer. Still, the two candidates vying for president, as you know, Robert, have very different views on Putin and Kim. So Russia and North Korea might want to wait to see if they get Joe Biden in November, who, of course, has strengthened U.S. alliances in Asia, or a more unpredictable Donald Trump, who reportedly claims he's still in touch with Kim after their 3 meetings during his presidency. So there's a lot of questions over what exactly both Russia and North Korea hope to achieve geopolitically when it comes to the U.S.